listen. It's not only one-to-one. It is all 50, 60 together, it will be more useful. It's a rare case because usually when we go for conferences, we don't get this smiling face. And we are in faculty development program, and that also for the 8 days. And we are in day 3 and everyone is smiling. I feel everyone has done their homework. If I ask them to submit, is it ready? What homework means? Then it is no homework. Gee. A very bad number. Means you all didn't get the time to think over it. During the break, do think over it and try to prepare it up. You can use the mic.
डेफिनेशन में प्रॉब्लम है।
हाँ तो आनी चाहिए इसलिए तो बोला है। अगर जब तक आप शुरुआत नहीं करेंगे तो पता नहीं चलेगा and you will not have questions to ask. That was the reason it is. कहाँ प्रॉब्लम आ रही है अगर आपने नोट किया है तो we can always ask. That's the reason. हाँ, it was to be prepared for the family members. नहीं, for the family members because I am the this. So if I have to think, how will I do it? We can take a phone, start the phone and work on it. Excuses नहीं. Reasons हो जाते हैं वो. ठीक है. Very warm welcome and welcome to day 3. Before we start with session 9, I would like to have some reflexes of day 1 and day 2 from your end, and then we'll hand over the mic to Mahesh Bhaiya. Who would like to have a reflections as to what they have understood. Theoretically, everything is known to us, but how we can inculcate in ourselves. What do we feel? If there are still doubts, it's okay. You can say, I have this doubt. Still, I'm not clear with this terminology. I have not understood this. It's okay. Because still, time is there and we can open up and you all will be able to understand more of it. But if you don't open up, we will not understand. So from your side, your interactions will help us to do. Because see, here we are also co-explorer as you all are. Because from you all, we learn many things. That is the main part over here. Yes, who would like to start? Yeah.
So yesterday the classification which we saw between self and body and the coexistence of self and body, it helped me in understanding this relation between what I am and what is my body, and it is going to help me and it motivated me to identify whether my actions are toward myself or towards my body, and yeah, I'm excited for it, identifying for it.
गुड मॉर्निंग सभी को। मैम कल का जो क्लासिफिकेशन बताया था सेल्फ और बॉडी का, तो काफ़ी हद तक अभी क्लैरिटी तो आ रहा है, बट आई थिंक स्टिल इट नीड्स टू बी एक्सप्लोर्ड मोर. आई मीन द वे ऑफ थिंकिंग वी नीड टू चेंज, स्पेशली अबाउट सेल्फ, बिकॉज टिल डेट वी आर जस्ट कॉन्सेंट्रेटिंग ऑन द बॉडी मोर, और rather accumulating the physical facilities for the body, but now we'll have to change the perspective of thinking so that we'll concentrate more on self, because if according to me, I don't know whether this is correct or not, but if the self is correct, the body will definitely, because body is under the control of self. So we need to have clarity about the self first, in depth, so that we could operate the so-called body more correctly.
You will get more of it. Yeah, you can say.
Good morning, everyone. So in past 2 days, the main thing is we had self-realization, and especially when it comes to me, I understood what to do, but I am in a search of how to do. Maybe this workshop hereafter will guide me through how to do.
Yes, sure.
Good morning. Yesterday in group discussion, towards end, one question I have put forth. If we do this right understanding, each one has done this, then is it not the fear that we are ending the fierce competition? In morning, we have discussed with sir also, and now I have got somewhat answer, realization for that, that competition still will be there, but there will be more clarity in competition. Now we will compete for right reason, we will not compete for anything for that matter. So competition still will be there, but with right reasons. So that is what yesterday's taken.
Good morning, everyone. Actually, the concept of self and body. Yesterday, I got so many things about it that there are needs for self and needs for body. It was explored in details. What I am not clear about it, yet I have to explore about the harmony and disharmony inside. Basically, the concept of happiness was explored very well. Umesh sir guided us very well. And the concept of that excitement and happiness, that is the two different things. Now, happiness is related to harmony. And for me, myself, I have to yet explore it and feel it. That is how much harmonious and disharmony inside me is there, and how to cope up with it. We are not always in the same state, we are in the different state at different times. So sometimes we are in harmony, sometimes we are in disharmony. So yet I have to explore it much more. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, good morning everyone. So till now we just go through many of the things like harmony and how to be happy, not only for the body, for the soul also. But in yesterday I got something else also, that in this era of the digital world, how we are forgetting our family, how we are not giving time to them, and we just think that we are happy, but we can't look above the mobile and see are we really happy and our families also or not. And another thing is that we are just getting literate. We are not getting educated for the things which we are surrounded and by which we actually are. So we have to save that also. Thank you.
Yes. हाँ, दीदी तुम्ही करा मग ते बोलते. Good morning. Just tap and check if it is working. हाँ.
Good morning, everyone. Yes, rightly put by some participants already. Even I am on the journey of exploring the real happiness. I always took my state of excitement as happiness, but अब मुझे थोड़ी सी clarity आ गई है और मेरी इस जर्नी में मैं ये एक्चुअली एक्सप्लोर करना चाहती हूँ कि जिन चीज़ों को मैं आइडेंटिफाई करती थी कि ये चीज़ें मुझे हैप्पीनेस दे रही है, क्या वो सच में मेरा हैप्पीनेस है या वो मेरी जस्ट एक स्टेट ऑफ एक्साइटमेंट थी. तो वो आई एम गोइंग टू एक्सप्लोर नाउ ऑन. एंड अबाउट यस, योर बॉडी इज जस्ट एन इंस्ट्रूमेंट ऑफ योर थॉट्स. तो अपने सेल्फ पे और थोड़ा काम करना पड़ेगा, ये मैंने रियलाइज किया है, सो दैट माई बॉडी एंड आई एम इन कंट्रोल ऑफ माई ओन सेल्फ. सो थैंक यू.
Body and self coexist, and yeah, I have started exploring, and I came to the realization that body and self coexist 24/7 in time, in place, and in my exploration it is in process. The realization about it and becoming aware that it coexists will help me a lot in understanding that what body needs and what self needs, and I will be able to provide those needs for me, for myself.
Good morning. We were talking about body, self as a coexistence. I would like to add one more unit to that. If you want real harmony, real happiness, is a social structure or society, so that if the three components are coexisting together, then it will be much more easier for it individual to live in happiness. Not just an individual body self हम करते रहेंगे ना और society को भूल जाएंगे कि society influences body self both, and we also influence society to some extent.
We can keep your question open because still we are in the first stage as an individual. We are yet to go to family.
Just not you.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday there was one thing that that got clarified for me. When our conduct can be definite and indefinite, I got to know about the difference between knowing and acceptance, the assumption. Even though if we have by fault we chose the acceptance or we have assumed, we can make our conduct definite by inculcating our sanskars and by have a right education between. So we can go towards the definite also. We can make our conduct to be definite. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Yes, good morning, everyone. So from yesterday's class, I understood the major difference between self and body. Yeah, both the components, they coexist, but all this time I think I was running after satisfying the needs of my body, or maybe trying to get more of physical facilities. So it was a great realization that I have to now take care of myself, satisfy myself, so that automatically the body will be taken care of. And another biggest takeaway was to stop accumulating things, which is not actually required for us. So now, before going for any shopping, so I'll think twice whether it is actually a need or a want. So that was another thing, and like everybody said, spending more time with our own people. So that also will give us happiness.
Madam here.
Yeah, good morning everyone. What we have learned from yesterday is that all we are running behind everything means we have to reach on the job on time, and the school children, they want to reach the school on their time. Again we are catching up in the traffic jam, फिर भी हम लोगों को जल्दी पहुंचना है, टाइम पे पहुंचना है. Again शाम जब हो जाती है, again we have to reach our home, जल्दी होना है, फिर ट्रैफिक जाम लगता है. तो in these things we are involved in a circular way, कि जैसे सर्कल होता है कि there is no end for the circle यहाँ पे. तो इस सर्कल में हम सब लोग we are entrapped here, but it is necessary in this running world कि somehow we have to sit for a while कि who am I and what we have to do. So we should remember our thoughts, our desire, then our thinking power, okay, and what is the role for myself, what is my role in for my family, for my society, and then for the whole world. But all these things here, we have to maintain all these relation, coordination together, and in all these things, our perception, if it is better, but if perception is good, so we should have the good perception, then we will be successful to maintaining our this good relationship in family as well as in the society, as well as based upon the social awareness. We should limit our expenses here based upon our daily needs of our family, and we should take care of the nature. So that, thank you.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. Now I'm getting the crystal clear idea about happiness and social awareness and how to spend, what to spend, and how to take care of my family. But I'm still confused. If I'll apply all the concepts in a real manner, what will happen? So still I'm in a learning phase and want to explore more so that I can apply all the concept in a positive manner. Thank you, everyone.
The last one. Yeah.
Hello, good morning. Still, I have facing two more big questions, or it may be, I don't know. Before that, I already started on those two questions. First question is, I think 2 days for only two questions, whether need is important or want is important, conflict between want and need, the first. Then second, there is one terminology, dichotomy. Dichotomy means when I think about the happiness, there is a sadness. When I means the conflict and that how to resolve that question. And the same, before that I was asking, before that this FDP I was thought external problems are more difficult than internal problems. But now it's my own perception. Internal conflicts is more complicated and than external. Might be still it is my assumption. So in search of that, which one, and next, before that I was more focused on how to resolve. But still now I started asking question with what rather than how. And it will, I think, till remain the journey to get clarification. Thank you very much.
Yes, the last one.
Yeah, very good morning. And now, from everybody is talk about the self and body. So everybody got aware about that. So my question yesterday, we have shown the videos how the exploitation of earth and all this. So my request to the UHV also, when we are coming for UHV, we are getting this packet having so much plastic and all this. So at least if you are dealing that, at least it start from our self also. And we are coming from, some are from Tamil Nadu, some are from Haryana. We are came here to maintain our harmony. And because of some facility, coordinators are providing. And if they are not we are not getting properly, maybe because of us, their staff members' harmony should not get disturbed. So my request to the coordinator also, please, because of facility and all this, your colleagues, all the students, harmony should not get disturbed. Thank you.
Thank you. I request Mahesh Bhaiya to start the session.
So this one is the third day for this workshop, and that has been started with one content. What was that content? This workshop has been started with one content. Because I think we should remember this fact. Whatever is getting explored here, this is the proposal. Whatever the things has been provided here, that is what the proposal. And that proposal, what we have to do? We have to verify. So within these 2 days, what the content you got and what the feedback just now you are just discussed or that has been shared, you are saying that whatever the content has been placed here, that is correct. Even though we know that is correct, but you are also saying that okay, there is the coexistence of this self and body, and then the needs that are definite, and then we have to check it out. But what we are observed that if you are agreeing with this concept, with this workshop, then it is getting agreed only for the next 10 or 15 years. And that's why you should not agree or you should not deny with this concept, but you should try to verify that concept. Have you got it? Okay. So just try to go for this verification of this content rather than to just agree or deny with this concept or content, because that has been placed here as a workshop. Then for this 8 days you might say that okay sir, what you are telling that वो तो ठीक ही है, बाद में 8 दिन के बाद 15 दिन के बाद you might have be along with your regular work, and then you might have just forgotten this concept because you just agree here. Okay, and that's why we are saying कि don't accept here or reject also. So जांचने के लिए then you have to be open. So you should be open for this proposal. Whatever the concept content is getting placed here, for that one you should be open and you should be here for the verification. And then for the verification, then the lecture 2 or 3, 4 that step has been mentioned here. What are the steps for the verification? So here again I would like to go back with this. So the words are there. Every word they are having the meaning, and the meaning should touch to the reality. The words are there. The every word is having meaning, and every meaning that should touch to the reality. What I mean to say here that you just take any word. For example, you just take the word as a water. Then what is the meaning of the water? The alternative words for the waters are very, you can say the pani or anything. But what is the meaning of that water? So when we say the meaning, then we should know the purpose. So when we are trying to get the meaning of any words, then we should able to get the purpose of that word. तो पानी का पर्पस क्या है? बढ़िया, so everyone, can we get this answer? Everyone can get this answer. The water that has the meaning, and that meaning is what? To fulfill the thirst. To fulfill the thirst. And if that is the purpose, then what is the reality of that water then?
The best way is to check whether it is really quenching the thirst or not.
So, if we know what exactly it is, that is the reality. So, पानी क्या चीज है? What is water? Life. Life, that is the alternative word for that water. That is the alternative word for the water. So, अगर हम देखिए, if you are saying पानी जीवन है ना? Then we are having another word. We are having that another word जीवन संघर्ष है ना? तो फिर पानी क्या है? तो क्या मान्यता होगी आपके पास? हेलो, है ना? So we are having the multiple words, and that we are trying to get the sorry. Hello, is it audible? So we should able to get the reality when we are utilizing the words, and that's why from the last 2 days the proposal is getting put up. The proposal is getting put up in front of you, and for this proposal, then we are saying that you have to verify that proposal. So what verification? Then we are saying that you have to verify on the basis of natural acceptance. So we are saying it is, you have to verify that on the natural acceptance. And then we might have that question, to whom we should say the natural acceptance. So here then we are saying, if we are touching towards this reality for anything, if we are touching towards the reality, and if we are able to elaborate that thing, then that is what the natural acceptance. So for the water, the purpose is fulfill the thirst. And then what is the reality? So we are having that experiment for this water in the lab. What is that? So we are just combining the two components, hydrogen and this oxygen, and then we are getting the drop of that water. So have you found out any factory where we are manufacturing the water? आपने क्या ये देखा है कि आप मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे हैं, यू आर प्यूरिफाइंग द वाटर. We are having the multiple companies where we are purifying the water, but we doesn't have any a single unit where we are manufacturing the water. And that is why, because we have not got the reality, what exactly it is, and that's why we are polluting that water, we are depleting that water sources. So here I am just putting it in front of you as a proposal itself. You should be open for that one. You should go for the verification. So for every word, so from the last 2 days, we are having that word. So the another word you can say anything. Okay. So anything for that one, you can just try to go for that purpose and then try to achieve that reality. So the purpose and then what exactly it is, that together, then if we are touching towards that one, then we can say we are going towards the natural acceptance. And then when we are going towards that natural acceptance, that we can say the right understanding. So the state within that one, if we are having that feeling of this right understanding, for that one we are calling the happiness. The state having this feeling, which feeling? Of having right understanding within, that we are calling as a happiness. Then you can see that at the natural acceptance, we all will be at one stage, because the reality would be one uniqueness, that would be universal. So if we are having that reality and if we are at that place, then if we are with this natural acceptance and if we are having such type of the feelings, then we can say that state of having that feeling with this natural acceptance, for that one we can say that is a happiness. And then we can say it is a continuous one, and then we can say it is a basic aspiration. And from that's why we started it from the reverse way. We started with the reverse way. What is the basic aspiration for every human being? And then we got that answer. Every human being is having that aspiration of happiness and the prosperity, not only for the happiness and the prosperity, it is in continuous.
Can you explain the concept of reality once again? For example, we have taken the example of water. So we know that the concept of water, and we know that meaning of water, right? Meaning or the purpose of water. But again, what is the reality of water and how do we find out that reality?
So, what exactly it is, and to find out that reality, then we should able to get the two things. The one is that the complementariness, purakta, and the second we should get the harmony. So when we are touching towards this purpose, and then once we are trying to get this what exactly it is, then we can find that the each and every entity in this universe, it is in complement as well as it is in harmony. And that is what the reality, and that's why it has been mentioned that what we have to understand, we have to understand the harmony and at every level. Why we have to understand that harmony at every level? Because that is where I would like to live. जहाँ तक मेरे जीने का दायरा है, वहाँ तक मुझे समझने की जरूरत है. Yeah, that's why it is not a reality. It is just we are accepted. So there are the multiple things for this acceptance. One is the agreement. हम सहमत है. So one is the agreement and second is might be acceptance. And we are talking about the natural acceptance. सहज स्वीकृति. The सहज स्वीकृति के भाव में जीना वही सुख है. That is what we are telling, the state of feeling of having this natural acceptance. That is what we are calling as the happiness. And keep this as open. I am not saying you should accept it as it is, you should reject it as it is, but you should be open. Okay? You should be open because you have to verify. And within 1 day, 2 days, and that's why this workshop is for the 8 days. Okay? And here we are going for this happiness. Here we are trying to get the concept for the human being, which the human being living at every level, and the level is the human being as well as the family, society with the nature and the existence. Then we have to verify what exactly that harmony is there. So here, when we are trying to find out that reality is that each and every unit in this existence is in complement and it is in harmony. And that harmony we are trying to explore. So yesterday we went through the concept of the body. We went to the concept of human body. The human body is the combination of the two different components, the self and the body. And then we are saying there is a coexistence of this body and the self, isn't it? And then we are trying to explore the body. So can you find out the body? It is in organized. Can you see that the body is in organized way? And if we are able to see that the body is in organized way, then what type of the input we should provide? If we are able to see the body as an organized structure, then what type of the input we should provide? Yesterday we went through that one. So we should provide the food, then exercise, then if possible, then labor with the food and labor, then exercise. If not, then the medicine and the treatment. So these are the steps. But out of that one, the food and the labor. The labor means श्रम. अभी श्रम के लिए इंग्लिश में क्या वर्ड है पता नहीं. Labor is somewhat might be differ from that श्रम जो हिंदी में श्रम कहते हैं. So we require that food as well as the labor for that body structure to maintain that body structure. But अगर हमें वो पता चलेगा, if we know that that body is in structure, it is in organized way, then we are providing that input in a such a way that it will keep that in organized way, and then we are getting the output. What type of the output we'll get? We'll have that body so that we can use that body for the participation. So we'll have that body as a healthy body, isn't it? So in that way, the body itself is in harmony. And then we have to just maintain that harmony. Can you see this part? Can you observe this part? Yesterday we went to that concept of there are the two things of the human being, body as well as the self. And then we just explored the concept of the body. So can you see the body itself is in organized way? क्या हम ये देख पाते हैं कि एक बॉडी जो है वो पूरा ऑर्गेनाइज वे में ही है, उसे क्या करना है, मेंटेन करना है. अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, व्हाट वी आर डूइंग? प्रॉब्लम कौन क्रिएट कर रहा है? So the harmony is there. The harmony is there, and we have to understand what exactly it is. That is what we are trying to say here. The harmony is there, and that harmony we have to find out what exactly harmony is there, and we have to be in align with that one. जो है उसके साथ हमें रहना है. If we are not aligned with that one, the problems are there. The same thing. That's why we have opened up the first part, that is the body, because we can see that part. So the physically we can see. So physically we can see, then we can also assume what exactly it would be, because we know the things, what the body is there. उसके साथ different 7 sub organ, some sub systems है, and then nerve systems है, multiple parts is there, and that all parts these are getting, they are in harmony, they are working, and so if you are in tune, तो body अपना आराम से काम करते रहेगा. So there it will be there.
There is one question for me. Can I say body is the personality and the consciousness is character?
Can I say body is the personality and consciousness is the character?
In other way we can say the body we can use for the expression. The body can be used for the expression. What expression? What I am. So my conduct, for that one you can say anything. So whatever the human conduct is there, the manvi acharan, whatever the human conduct is there, that is getting expressed in terms of the body. Then that might be get expressed in other way. Means the one person may get expressed with one way, the other person may get expressed with the other way, third way, fourth way, fifth way. So we should not only focus on the expression, rather than we should be focused what exactly the contents are getting, what exactly the conduct is there. Have you got it? So nowadays what we are only concentrating on the expression, but we are not concentrating what exactly is getting placed, what are the concept is getting placed for that one. So these are the two things. One, through the body we are getting expressed, but the expression is getting, what expression is getting? So it is the human being conduct, and for that human being conduct you can give any name, because in literature the multiple name has been provided. Because when I say the character, then someone may say something else. That's why I am saying that whatever the things are there within, so the right understanding, based on that the feeling, based on the thought process, this is, you can say the character or anything, and this is what I am saying, the human being conduct. This human being conduct is getting expressed through the body, and that is along with the other human being, that is the behavior, along with the non-human being, that is the work. So this is the expression here. So that expression may be different, but that expression depends upon what type of the thought process is there. The thought process is based upon what type of the feelings are there. The feelings are based on what type of the understanding is there. So do you have the right understanding, or you are just assume something? Based on that assumption, we might have the feelings, might have the thought process, might have the behavior and the work process. And here what we are just trying to explore the things. Based on this right understanding, we are having the feelings. Based on that feelings, we are having the thought process. And if these are aligned, then this is the state, and this state is called as a happiness. And that's why here we are telling the state of within, what state of the within of having the feeling with natural acceptance, and that state we are calling as a happiness.
So you give example of water while searching the meaning, you have suggested that what purpose is there that has to be seen. But then how purpose can give meaning of the word? Purpose will give usefulness of that particular word.
But yeah.
But then how to find the meaning of that word?
For example, for that water, the वो क्यों है ना? What is the purpose? To find out that purpose, that is a usefulness. You just mention that. Always we should get that usefulness, and then at the reality we are getting the complementariness. The usefulness and that complementariness together, it gives you the concept of the harmony. If you are touching toward the reality, then it is in harmony, and that is there. That is there. What we have to do? We have to just to see. We have to just observe it, and if you are able to observe it, then we can express. We don't want to create something. So it is there, and what is there? That's why here we have to understand. What we have to understand? The harmony. The harmony is there in existence. So the harmony is there with the human being as well as the family, society in the existence, and that we have to understand.
सर वाटर के अलावा कोई और एग्जांपल से आप ये बता
बताइए ना कोई भी
वर्ड मीनिंग और रियलिटी
आप ले लीजिए दूसरा रिलेशन संबंध लीजिए कोई भी आप एक यू कैन टेल एनी वर्ड
सर वाटर का पर्पस सिर्फ प्यास बुझाना ही नहीं है क्लीनिंग पर्पस भी हो सकता है और भी कुछ पर्पस हो सकता है
तो देखिए फिर प्रॉब्लम्स क्या आते हैं
Someone was asking about the water. Water के purpose तो बहुत है, but what is the most important purpose of water? How do you define water? You can say it is a chemical composition, उसकी physical properties. Everything defines water, but the main purpose is to give life. So that defines that the main purpose will define.
We are not also mentioning the life. We are mentioning only thirsting to fulfill the thirst. Because when I say the life, again then we are having the multiple assumptions regarding the life. The जीवन संघर्ष है, तो फिर पानी भी संघर्ष हो गया. So that's why we should not try to give the alternative words for this any word. Rather than we should able to get the clarity in terms of the purpose, in terms of the reality, and this is what we are saying what to do. This is what to do. And once we know this one, then we can go towards this how to do.
But that can be subjective, different from individual to individual. So how to
What is subjective? This one?
understanding of the meaning.
Yeah,
For
if
example, for some it is dying, for some it is quenching the thirst, for some it is cleaning purpose.
and that's why I mentioned that the Svikruti, the acceptance, and then Sahaj Svikruti, that is a natural acceptance, and then below that one, agreement, Sahamat hota. So if you are trying to see at this level, then we can see that we are in difference in opinion. If we are trying to see at this level, then yes, we are with the different level. We are having the different opinion. But if we are trying to see at this level, let's say from the first point that has been placed from Umesh Bhaiya, the relation, do you want to live in relation or in opposition? So everyone has got that answer. Everyone wants to live in relation. संबंध के भाव में जीना ही है ना. But if we are at this level, then you can say that no sir, I want to be in relation with some sect of the people. I don't want to be in relation with the other sect of the people. Yeah, your answer would be right, at this level. But naturally, if we are asking what every person wants, every person wants to be live in relation with everyone. But we may get this answer also, because nowadays we are doing that part. Have got it, this somewhat?
Still exploring.
Yeah, please go ahead.
सर
एक मिनट सर. हाँ.
वास्तविकता के नीचे लिखा आपने व्हाट टू डू, ये मुझे क्लियर नहीं हुआ.
ये दोनों मिला के जो है ना, द पर्पस एज वेल एज व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इट इज.
वास्तविकता से जो भी, जैसे वाटर की वास्तविकता है, ऐसे केमिकल स्ट्रक्चर सो एंड सो, तो व्हाट टू डू इज हाउ इट इज क्लियर फॉर मी सर. आई कुड नॉट रिलेट बेसिकली.
देखो, पहले दिन उमेश भैया रिटर्न दिस 2 sentences. First, we should know what to do, and for that one, it has been mentioned the participation with the larger order. The participation with the larger order, and that is the values. Okay, so the participation with the larger order. So here we got it the purpose, so that it get participate with the larger order with each and everything, and then what exactly the reality. So through that one we can get the participation, and that participation we are calling as a values. So once we know that values, then we can get how to do that. So that is what the skill. The values are getting defined. The values these are getting defined. This is the participation of one entity within larger order. The participation of one entity with the larger order, that is what the values. उसे मौलिकता कहते हैं. That is what the values. So that values are getting defined here. The values are getting defined. So what is the value of the water? So the value of the water is the fulfilling the thirst of the every entity. That is the value. And then how to do? Then you are having the multiple ways by which we can utilize the water. You got it?
Still confusion. Could you explore it with some other word like?
Yeah, that's why I told you that give me the other word. We'll try to explore that one.
Copper, like a material copper.
Material?
Copper. That is a-
Copper.
Any material, copper, gold or anything.
अच्छा, गोल्ड ले लीजिए, है ना, क्योंकि गोल्ड सबको अच्छा लगता है ना, गोल्ड सबको अच्छा लगता है ना. So what is the purpose of a gold? Before that one, where exactly it is? Gold, where it is? Under the earth. What is the purpose there?
हेल्थ पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से ज्वेलरी बहुत सारे पर्पस हो सकते हैं.
See, the gold, the purpose of the gold is that it maintains the temperature. It maintains the temperature. So the gold, it maintains the temperature, and the silver, it also maintains the temperature. The silver as well as the gold that maintain the temperature. Do you know this fact? Temperature of any entity. And then we are taking that as an ornament, and then we are just wearing it. Okay. So if we are wearing near to that feet, so why we are wearing that near to feet? So to maintain the temperature of that feet, so the coldness or hotness. So there are the two different points. One is point towards this neck, and second is towards the feet. One is towards this neck and towards the feet, and then to maintain that temperature point of that feet as well as the neck, then we should wear that gold or silver. So the silver should wear in the neck so that the temperature here is getting cold, and the gold is getting, that should be placed in the food so that the temperature of that food should be maintained towards that hot point so that the temperature of that feed is getting maintained. And nowadays, what we are doing, we are doing that in the reverse way. So you just go for that Google, you just search it out, what exactly the purpose, and that is the only purpose, and we doesn't require too much. And then we doesn't know that purpose, and because of that one, nowadays we are wearing that gold and the silver only for what?
Passion.
For the passion, for the respect, to get the respect, and that is the problem because we doesn't know what exactly the purpose, and that's why. And why we doesn't know that purpose? Because we doesn't know the reality of that one. Because to get that 1 gram of that gold, how much exploitation or the depletion of the resources we are doing of that earth.
Isn't this very complicated because you have mentioned any word. So if it is any word, how can we derive that this should be the right meaning? Because the first thing coming to me for this is ornament. Gold is ornament. So definitely your answer is absolutely correct. But you may be knowing it, I may not be knowing it. So if it is any word, how can we derive it?
See, that's why this is our journey to go towards this point, and that's why we told you that it is a proposal and we have to verify. And during that verification process, the process of that verification has been mentioned here also 2 days back or yesterday. What is that? Observe within. So you have to observe, and you have to observe